My name's Mark Vine, and these are some of the Faceless Instagram pages which I've grown over the past year. Right now, I'm currently running this one on the bottom left with 270,000 followers, and I've monetized that page so effectively to be able to buy my dream car here that you can see on the screen at just age 17 alone. And so in this video, I'm going to show you how I monetize my Faceless Instagram page with emails. Real quick though, just before I show you that, this is my Stripe dashboard. $21,000. This is just one of very many different payments which I've gotten through Stripe from my Faceless Instagram page and how I've monetized it. You can see here these are all different payments. Some of them a lot more than this, just to show you that this is a method which actually works. Because I know there's a lot of people out there who fake their results online or aren't honest and stuff like that. So how do I monetize my page to make that kind of money with emails, right? So I do it with what I call an email newsletter, right? So what is a newsletter? Well, a newsletter is a place where you can host emails in one place and you can send out emails to your list, right? So basically, you get people to give you your email. You have a list of people's emails which they've given to you, and then you can send out emails to that list. So that's what a newsletter is. Now, with the newsletter, you can monetize a newsletter in a bunch of different ways, right? So you can see here, for example, on the right, this is from July 14th to July 21, back when I first started out on my newsletter. And you can tell here, that's in just 7 days, I made $5,000, right? And I believe this was in my second month of doing it. I'm not exactly sure, but you can tell in just 7 days, I got 5,000 from it, right? So there's a few different ways you can do it, right? So Beehive Boost, which I'll explain what that is, that's one way. You can do affiliate marketing, you can sell digital products, and you can do ads. In this video, though, I'm going to show you the two ways which I've made the most money with my newsletter, and that's with Beehive Boosts and selling digital products, right? So first of all, Beehive Boost. What are Beehive Boosts? Well, Beehive Boost is insane, right? So Beehive, just so you know, is the name of the platform which you're going to host your newsletter on. And it's very simple to set up, right? It's like setting up an Instagram account. You just put a profile picture and a name and maybe like something in your bio. Here, for example, you put your profile picture, you put the name, and you put like something in your bio, right? Very simple. And so you're going to have an email newsletter landing page here. And so what I do is I send people from my Instagram account to this page where they can sign up, put their email. That's how I collect their email. Now, I know this is going to sound insane, all right? So just stick with me. But you will literally make money just by getting people to sign up for your email newsletter. So not even like all the different ways which you can monetize it on the back end by sending out emails to people, which I'll explain in a second. But even just when they sign up and click subscribe, you can make money without them having to even pay you. So basically what happens is when you turn on the Beehive Boost feature, they enter their email, they click subscribe. Now, when they click subscribe, they just subscribe to your newsletter. Okay, done. Now, they subscribe to your newsletter. There's a pop-up on the screen which looks like this on the right. And on this pop-up, it says, "Thank you for subscribing. Eliam's newsletter also recommends these ones." And so it gives you a recommendation. It gives the person who subscribed to yours a recommendation of other newsletters which they can subscribe to by just clicking this green check mark and clicking continue, right? So they can do it with just a click of a button. Now, when they subscribe to these other newsletters, right, on the pop-up, these other newsletters will pay you anywhere from $2 to sometimes $5 just for getting them gaining them a new subscriber. So they subscribe to yours and then subscribe to this one, and this other newsletter will pay you for getting them the new subscriber, right? So that method alone is so, I mean, it's insane, right? Because you don't even have to do any work. You just get them to enter their email and click this, and about 80 to 90% of people who enter their email will also subscribe to these. And if each one, imagine you have five, because you can boost five at once. Imagine if they subscribe to all five, each pays you on average like maybe $2. That's like $10, and all someone did was just enter their email and click subscribe, right? So this right here, actually, this is a newsletter of someone who I've been helping, Eliam, with his Faceless Instagram page. He only has 250 followers on his Faceless Instagram page right now, and he's making anywhere from like $2,000 to $3,000 a month right now, pretty much just with this, right? So that's the first way, right? Now, that's not the real sauce. The real sauce I'm going to show you here in a second, which is even crazier than this. But that's just a really great way where whenever you're getting someone to sign up for your email list, you're making money just like that, pretty much, right? So that method alone, by the way, this method alone, at one point, this made me over $9,000 in just 1 week, just from that alone. The second way, though, and which I'm going to go into a lot of detail on, is selling digital products, right? So you can sell digital products to your email list. Now, there's a big misconception online that like digital products, courses is like scammy and stuff like that. I want to like make a disclaimer for this. If you're going to sell digital products, don't just go and create some crappy digital product which you, or a course or whatever, that you make in like 1 hour. You make it and then you go sell it for $20. Don't do that, because that is what you consider a scam, right? But with a digital product or a course or whatever you're selling to people, as long as you're providing genuine value, as long as you're being honest, and as long as you're actually delivering on the promises which you're promising to them inside of that digital product or community, whatever it is, then I mean, it's just there's nothing wrong with it, right? Just make sure that with your digital product, you're actually providing real value. Now, if you're confused on like, okay, but how am I going to create my own digital product which has a ton of value? What you can do is, as a beginner, you can affiliate other people's digital products. So there's a lot of affiliates programs out there for different digital products, which will give you, like, I know Andrew Tate, he gives like 25% for his. There's a lot of different ones like that which give percentages. So you could just affiliate someone else's. I let people affiliate mine for anywhere from like 70 to 90% commission. So you pretty much just keep all the money. But that's another way you can do it as a beginner, right? But selling digital products. So these are just some of the results which I've gotten selling digital products. And the best way to do that is by getting them to sign up to your email newsletter and then selling them inside of your email newsletter. Now, let me explain, right? Because there's a ton of people online. If you actually follow all these people online with how they're making money, they'll talk about all these different methods, but they're actually making money selling courses, right? Like Iman Godshi, Tate, all these different guys, they talk about all these different money methods online, but they're making their money by selling you a course, right? We all know it, right? So I'll just be transparent. I make money selling courses as well, right? Because if instead of doing what other people are going to tell me to do, I'm just going to copy exactly what they're doing, right? If they're doing it, it means it works, obviously. So Alex Hormozy, who's a very, very smart business guy online, he has an average of 46 return on investment on emails. Return on investment, ROI just stands for return on investment. So you put in $1,000 into your investment, you get out this much, right? So for every $1,000 he puts into growing his email list, his newsletter, he gets a return of about $46,000. 46x. Like, that is insane. And the craziest part about it is, so with him, he pays to get people onto his newsletter, because what he does is he does Facebook ads and then he gets people to sign up to his newsletter. What you're going to be doing, and what I've been doing, is I just have, for my Instagram page, I post videos and then I get people to sign up to my newsletter. So I don't even have to pay to get people to sign up. I just get people signing up for free. And Andrew Tate is another great example of this. So yeah, Hormozy, like I was saying, he's going all in on emails. Andrew Tate actually is going all in on emails as well. So if you've been following Andrew Tate recently, you'll see that he's actually stopped promoting his course, right? So he still promotes it a little bit, but instead of promoting his course now, what he's doing is he's promoting his email newsletter instead. And then he sells the course inside of his emails. So I'm going to show you why this is so much more effective, right? So why did Tate start doing this? Why, instead of just selling his digital product directly, did he actually start driving people to a newsletter, right, where he can send them emails? Here's why he started doing it. Well, I'm going to explain to you the difference between directly selling people and sending them to an email newsletter, right? So if you directly sell people, then you really only have one chance to sell them, okay? So for example, let's say Andrew Tate makes a video talking about his course, The Real World. And in that video, he says, hey, go click the link in my bio, or like, hey, go to this website or whatever, where you can buy it. The people go to that website. They go on that website. If they want to buy it, they buy it. If they don't want to buy it, they click off it. That's it. Andrew Tate had one chance to sell them. That was pretty much it, right? They clicked, they weren't interested. Okay, they didn't buy. And on average, with something like that, you might get like a 2 or 3% conversion rate if you're really good. So you get 100 people to a page, you might get like 2 or 3% of people who sign up. On the other hand, though, with a newsletter, you can nurture them over time, right? So instead of selling them directly just like that, you can nurture them, get them ready to buy, and then sell to them. So a great analogy, which I heard of someone explaining this, is like, for example, let's say that it's an example, right? You see a girl and you want to marry her, right? Kind of a off topic analogy, right? But let's say you just see a girl for the first time ever, you want to marry her. You don't just go in right on the spot. You've never talked to her before. You don't just go and propose to her right there, right? Because you've never even talked to her before. Instead, what you do is you ask her, hey, can I get your number? The next day, you text her. A few days later, maybe you take her out on a date. You get to know each other for a while. And then eventually you ask her, after maybe a year or however long, hey, do you want to marry me? Right? So it's like, that's the difference, right? Trying to sell people directly on your digital product from your Instagram page, so they go from your Instagram page directly to your digital product, it's very hard, because it's like asking a girl which you've never met before, hey, would you like to marry me? Right? You may get the odd girl, like 1 in 1,000, who wants to, and like I said, you may get the one in 1,000 chance that someone will buy your course like that. On the other hand, though, with a newsletter is like, hey, can I get your number? Hey, can I get your email? And then you send them emails, you get to know them, you nurture them, and you set up a sequence like that. And so this is why Andrew Tate, for example, with his newsletter, he'll send out like daily emails pretty much, or every other day, with just regular emails like this, the one you can see on the left. So for example, it's just like a motivational rant, like, you didn't try this year, try harder, work harder. And then at the end, he doesn't try to sell you anything. He doesn't try to tell you to buy his real world or anything like that. He's just providing you real value. And what that does is it nurtures you over time. And then eventually, when he's ready and he thinks that he's nurtured you enough, what he'll do is he'll sell you. So you say, hey, I'm giving you a simple warning. Do not miss this. Get in fast, join here, and then he'll sell his digital product there. So with your Faceless Instagram page, instead of selling directly digital products, get people to sign up to your email newsletter, and then you can nurture them before eventually selling them. Now, the really nice thing about email newsletters is that it's literally just automated. Like, you can automate the entire process for you. So what I've actually done is I basically automated it. So when people sign up for my newsletter, they automatically get put into like email automation sequence. So they sign up and then they automatically get sent these same emails over time, over like send them this email after 1 hour of signing up, send them this email a day after they sign up, send them this email 2 days after they sign up, whatever it is, right? I have that all scripted out. So like, you don't even have to really write any emails. You write them once, you put them in this automation sequence, and then they literally just work, just generating you sales over time, just like that. So it's very nice because you really can just do it, make the emails once, and then all you have to do from there is drive people to the emails, and it just nurtures them over time and it sells them, right? So you'll make like just a comparison, right, of how much more money, right, why this is worth it, an email newsletter will make you. Let's say, for example, that your Faceless Instagram page, you're selling a digital product to it. You get 100 clicks from your Faceless Instagram page to your digital product. Out of those 100 clicks, let's say an average conversion rate will be like maybe 1.5 to 2%, right? That's like a good standard conversion rate, just on like a regular digital product. Let's say, so you have a digital product there, you get a 2% conversion rate out of 100 people, that's two sales. Okay. So you get two sales. That's what, let's say you're selling like $15, so you made $30. Now, instead of sending them, so instead of here, you drove them directly to the digital product, you got two people to buy out of 100. Now, on the other hand, over here, let's say you send them to an email newsletter, I would estimate that you could, over time, out of those 100 people that you get to sign up for your email newsletter, first of all, you'll not only make money from the boost when they sign up, but also, I bet you out of those 100, if you did it effectively and you did it well, you could probably sell, I would estimate, at least 10%, right? 10 to 15% at least of those 100 people that sign up. So that means, all right, if you get 100 people to sign up, let's say you sell like 12 of them. Now, instead of making the $30, you're making like, what's 12 times 15? It's like 160, 170 bucks, right? So that's just like a comparison of how much more you can make with an email newsletter. It's so much more effective because someone may not be ready to buy right then and there, but if you send them a couple emails and then a week later they're ready to buy, and then they buy and buy and buy. So very effective. I highly recommend you, if you're selling digital products with your Instagram page, to uh, sell it through an email newsletter. So my experience with email newsletters, right? So I grew my list to 90,000 emails. So 90,000 emails is insane, right? It's so easy to acquire emails with a Faceless Instagram page. Most people, just for context, that 90,000 emails, I did that in about like 3 months. Um, and usually that will take people like 2 or 3 years to build. Now, you have to keep in mind though that with a Faceless Instagram page, the emails which you're going to get aren't going to be super, super high quality, but you will be able to get just tons of emails in there, right? And so I grew it to 90,000 emails. I still have the 90,000 emails saved on my computer. So I'm going to start sending out emails to them again because I had some problems with my account. Um, so my account got shut down on there, but I still do have the 90,000 emails, and I've got a new email newsletter now, which I'm running. So you got to keep in mind though, right? When I with all the money which I was able to make with this, when I first started out, I was a complete beginner with email marketing, and I didn't monetize it well, right? Even though I didn't monetize it well, I remember one of the things I did was, right, I tested and experimented with sending out emails, just sending out emails to just sending emails to my list saying, hey, if you want to buy this, my community or my course or whatever, then just click this link, and then sending people directly there. So I wasn't like setting up a flow or a sequence or anything like that. I was just literally just selling people directly there. And I remember one of the emails when I had only 30 to 40,000 subscribers on my email list, so 30 to 40,000 emails, I sent out an email, and from those 30 to 40,000 emails, I made almost $2,000, right? And I was just from one email. Just from one email, I made like $2,000. So I literally just opened my computer, sent out an email, boom, $2,000 just like that, right? So an email newsletter it's such an effective way of monetizing because it's so consistent, right? You have the 90,000 emails, those are yours. You can reach those people at any time. It's not like with an Instagram page where you have to depend on the algorithm to push you out or anything like that. You can just send it out and boom, money just like that the next day. And so that was when I only had 30-ish thousand subscribers. I bet you with my 90,000 subscribers, if I was monetizing it really well, really effectively, I could be making like maybe $5,000 per email, right? And if I send out like maybe 2 per week or something like that. So it's very, very effective. So like I said, here's how I collected the emails. I did it with a Faceless Instagram account. You can go look at it. You can see some of the videos. Some of the videos on here. So basically what I did was I told people in the videos, hey, I'm going to give you this free guide. And I gave them the free guide. And then, uh, so I told them, hey, if you want this free guide, comment this keyword on my video. They comment the keyword on the video, and then as soon as they comment the keyword on the video, they get an automatic DM sent to them. I set up like a tool, an Instagram tool to do that. And so you can actually look at some of my videos. Some of my videos have like one of my videos has like 140,000 comments on it. You can look at my pinned video; it has like 95,000 comments on it, and those are all comments which are getting sent out to people telling them to sign up for the newsletter. So with an Instagram page, it's so easy. Like I said, the guy I showed you earlier, he only has like 200 followers on Instagram, 250 I think it is now, and he's making like 2 to 3 thousand a month. So you don't even need a lot of followers because it's so easy just to get people to sign up for your emails there. By the way, if throughout this video at all you have any questions or anything like that, just leave a comment below. I try my best to reply to every single comment. So you can leave a question in the comment section, and I'll try my best to respond within like a day or maybe a couple hours, hopefully. So why are emails so effective? I'll go over it one more time. So with emails, you only set them up once and they do all the work for you. Now, like I said, the email automation flow. So whenever a new person signs up to your email list, they automatically go through the sequence of emails which you've already written once. And if you're like, oh, but you know, I'm gonna have to learn how to write emails and stuff like that. You don't. What you can do is you can just copy my sequence, which I'll give to you to copy, and uh, if you wanna, you can just copy it and then just put it in your own words, right? So you can nurture people though with those emails before eventually selling them. And this is just like a rule of thumb. This is like I guess you could say the industry standard of newsletters. But for every email subscriber, you should be earning about $1 per month, right? So that doesn't mean that as soon as they sign up, you get the money. But this is just like, for example, if you have 10,000 people on an email list, if you are monetizing it effectively, you should be earning like around a dollar a month, which shows you, right? When my newsletter, I had like 90,000 subscribers, I was not monetizing that effectively at all, right? Like I guess you could say I was fumbling the bag or whatever. Because back at the time then, I had no clue like how to actually monetize this, right? I've learned it over time now, and that's why I'm going to be really pushing this more going into the future for myself. But if you can just get, let's say, for example, that you can get like 1,000 people onto your email newsletter within a month or like whatever, that's only what 30 people per day signing up to just putting your email there, which is very, very easy with the Instagram page. And if you're monetizing effectively following the steps with email marketing, then within a like I mean if you just get 30 emails per day, you could be making like 1,000 a month just from that, right? So it's a very beginner friendly business model to get into. So with a newsletter flow, though, this is kind of what it looks like. So these are just some of my newsletters which I've written with the newsletter flow. But you're not just selling them directly from the first email. What I say is I recommend anywhere from 30 to 50 automated emails. I have about 35 myself, and I might add more. And at least give them at least 10 emails before you try to sell them anything. So um, give them at least 10 emails before you try to sell them anything. And so, because that will basically build your goodwill, get them to trust you before eventually asking for them to buy something from you. By the way, if you're liking this video so far, I'd appreciate if you drop a like on it. But anyways, here's an example of a nurture email. So here's one of my email sequence. I just, it's a very simple thing, right? I'm not like selling people anything in this email, just providing pure value, right? Okay, here's 7 Instagram algorithm secrets. I talk a little bit about it here. Hey, it's Mark. I'm this guy. Getting to know them a little bit better, especially because they're coming from a faceless page. For you, you just say, hey, it's whatever the name of your faceless page is or anything like that. And then you just provide them with pure value. So I give them like 3 tips. I explain it a little bit about how they can grow more with their page and stuff like that. So that's like an example of one of my emails, which I did just to nurture people and just help them out, right? And then you send out like maybe 10 or 15 of these before you start to actually sell them in your emails. And like I said, you can just copy mine if you want and put it in your own words. But that's an example of a nurture email. So Hope you found this video useful. Now, if you want to actually get started with this business model, check out the top link in the bio. And so we can do a one-on-one call, and I'll help you out to actually get everything set up. You can ask me any questions you want. And if maybe you want to just watch more videos, I'll put a video like somewhere here on the screen, which explains more about digital products, right? If you're still confused about how you can actually create your own digital product and stuff like that. So yeah, top link in the bio if you want to get started. You want a one-on-one call with me to get some help. And then if you want to watch a video on how to create your own digital product, then click this one on the video. Hope you found that useful, and see you later.